double check, but get into that a little bit later after our intros as we kick off our best of 5 grand finals now on Ancient Cistern. We're in the bottom left-hand quarter of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand quarter. We of course have our yellow Protoss player coming down from the land of Ukraine, not getting an HF, unfortunately. He is going to be representing Hot-Headed Gaming, HHG. It is NightPhoenix.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have as opponent, we have the red Zerg player representing Team StarCom. It is Wayne. Oh.
I'm so sad I haven't kept up with my Cyrillic.
For those who don't know, Yaku is Mr. Worldwide, and he has started learning like 10 different languages on Douyu. No, sorry, not Douyu. My apologies. That's a streaming platform. Duolingo is what I meant to say. Duolingo.
Yeah, they're gonna get bought out by Douyu eventually. You know?
True.
That's usually what happens.
What are you currently working on Duolingo? What's your language?
Franchise.
Yeah.
El franchise.
What have you learned so far?
I've learned that pays is country.
Oh yeah.
Voiture. That's car.
Water. Car. Oh, okay.
Water is And then if you ask for a verde, it's like asking for a cup of. Oh wait, no, yeah, that is a green. That is green water.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was meant to say a tasse de which is a cup of glass or a cup of water.
Cup of water.
Cup of water. Yeah. Caught in, you coming down, and you got your cheval. That's a horse.
There you go.
And you have it with the fromage. That's cheese.
Beautiful. I didn't get to hear the Ryan intro. What was the Ryan intro?
The Ryan intro. Oh.
Yeah. We don't have to do it now.
Just... Ryan's voice was suppressed in my head so far tonight. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually. Don't you worry, chat.
Yeah. It'll slip out.
Every now and then. Ryan just kind of slips out a little. Here it is, Roy.
Yes, Roy. Okay. We'll get that later on, as we have a pretty standard setup here for this ZvP. We do see NightPhoenix being a little bit aggressive. Behind this, it is a Stargate opener as well, so nothing too crazy from here. NightPhoenix should be going into a standard third base timing, as well as he's being as annoying as possible with these adapts.
Yeah, that's very much on brand from NightPhoenix tonight. Annoying as possible. But there is actually a reason that he's being annoying. He's just trying to secure some map control, make sure that Wayne stays on this side of the map, so that he can eventually secure the third base. He's gonna lose a pro, but with the Oracle and with the Adepts, these Lings are not gonna threaten that third base whatsoever.
Yeah, third base is left perfectly safe and sound here. We do have another Oracle on the way, just so we now have 2. We can zoom across the map and do some economic damage. Again, nothing too crazy. Wayne is even going for the standard Evo Chamber response. This should be for +1 melee. If we see anything else, then that that will notify us that something crazy is going to go on. But we'll see what Wayne has in store for us as NightPhoenix moves out.
With 2 of his Oracles, going to be met by a third later down the line. Just checking around, seeing if there's any harassment that he can get done. 2 drones going down. Not too bad, not too bad.
Oh, catches a lot of transferring workers there. Very nicely done. 4 drones do go down. At the same time, the Adepts are also getting ready for a bit of multi-pronged harassment.
Yeah, very quick. Yeah, I mean, again, that was just a very quick reaction from NightPhoenix, recognizing, wait a minute, I can get these drones. taken him out immediately. Might be able to get this Zerg base. He's gonna try to at least force a cancel.
I think he can.
I think he can, at this point.
Oh, but the punish is real. We have a full surround on these adepts. There is a cancel on the 4th base. Can he force a second cancel?
He's gonna try, and he has enough DPS, but it is gonna cost him one of his oracles. If not for the adepts going down, if not for the queens getting into position, maybe it would have been cleaner. But regardless, he does delay that 3rd base fight quite a bit, and now he needs to be able to defend the counterattack, the counter harass from Wayne. These oracles, their energy has been drained, delaying that 3rd base by so long. A lot of probes are gonna go down.
Yeah, exactly. Without that energy, we can't really hold on here. The units on the ground are being overwhelmed. We don't have a shield battery. We don't have an overcharge. The mass lings will eventually be able to take down this 3rd.
These poor transferring probes. They just want to mine. It's all they wanted. 9 probes go down. And it will put Wayne back on even footing when it comes to the worker count. But man, oh man, this was a little bit of a scary situation for NightPhoenix.
Yeah, I mean, it still is. I mean, we still don't have any mining going on here. The links show up once again, but they force another activation. You can see here these oracles are running out of energy behind this. Wayne is double expanding to keep up, to make up for his canceled 4th.
Yeah, why not? He knows he has a map control. He might as well go for it.
Up!
There was a little bit of a Bane bust through that gateway, and now there's just no defenses here for NightPhoenix. The Ducklings crash into 18 probes, and the Lings are gonna clean up everything else. These oracles are completely out of energy.
Yeah, I mean, this is all snowballing from the fact that NightPhoenix just wanted to cancel that 4th base, and Wayne is like, are you happy? Are you happy you canceled my 4th twice?
Look what you made me do, NightPhoenix, you know?
I didn't want to do this. You made me. You made me.
You have forced my hand. More oracles are popping out, but even then, you're popping out with limited energy. So, this is game-ending damage.
It is game-ending damage, and with that, we do see NightPhoenix. He is holding on, but he's down to 31 workers compared to Wayne, was more than double the worker count of our Protoss player.
And that's always a scary situation to be in, you know? We talked a lot about how, you know, Zerg, they want to be ahead in the worker count. They need to be ahead in order to be even in the economy. When it's double the worker count, that's no longer being ahead. That's just, I don't even know how to put it. Like, that's being, it's the difference between being ahead and being ahead, you know? You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, Poppy. I'm picking up what you're throwing down right now, and the reality is that Wayne, he's got a lot of heads, and NightPhoenix not so much, as we do see a Ling Roach counterattack here. We do see Adepts, you know, getting a couple of drone kills, but it's not going to be enough. GG will be called, and Wayne takes game number 1.
Yeah, a little bit of karma from NightPhoenix. Again, I like what he was doing. I like how he was trying to style on Wayne a little bit, trying to cancel that 4th base over and over and over again. At a certain point, he poked the bear a little bit too hard.
Pretty much, mate. Pretty much. That is the danger of being a little bit too frivolous, or a little bit too, just too active with your oracles, is that your oracles are what is keeping your 3rd base safe. And once you run out of that energy, and if your opponent, like, notices that, they can take advantage of that as well, just by flooding ling after ling after ling across the map. And we saw that NightPhoenix just didn't have the DPS to slow down the tide, to stem the tide of Zerg.
It was so sad watching him pump out oracles, and every time an oracle popped out, it just ran out of energy immediately.
Yeah.
He got to a point where he had like 4 or 5 oracles. None of them had any energy to do anything. But that was game number 1, and we are now getting into game number 2. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in this bottom right-hand corner. We have our yellow Protoss player coming down from the land of Ukraine. He is, of course, going to be representing Hot-Headed Gaming, HHG. We have NightPhoenix.
And spawning. Yeah. In the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player currently leading this series 1-0, but it's okay. It's the best of 5, plenty of games ahead of us. Representing Team Starcom, it is Wayne.
If anything,
right.
yes. If anything, after game number 1, I'm hoping that a core memory formed here for NightPhoenix. You know, I'm hoping he learns the errors of his ways of being too frivolous and active with the oracles. You know, it's a learning experience. He's found out why Protoss players don't do that.
You're not wrong, mate, but Wayne is not going to give him a chance to learn right now because he's going for a proxy hatch into the natural base, going to be disrupting the opener of NightPhoenix. Wayne, he's able to take his expansion where he wants to, no unnatural, natural, and he forces the Zealot. He's forcing a big reaction out of NightPhoenix.
Yeah, you don't want to be building a Zealot unnecessarily in a PvZ. You certainly don't want to be building 2 Zealots unnecessarily in a PvZ. So NightPhoenix is looking for a way to make sure that they were necessary by going for a cheeky little proxy.
I love it. You know, NightPhoenix is flowing like water right now. He's flowing like a Zerg player. He's like, you know what? You want to delay my natural? Okay, delay it. I don't need it. Yeah. He's going for that proxy, but Wayne should be suspicious right now because typically drones are pulled, or probes are pulled, sorry, to like make sure that this hatchery doesn't finish. So because it did, that should be a tell, but this is also going to be 300 minerals down the drain for Wayne.
Yeah, it is going to delay any other tech that Wayne decides to go for, any other defensive structures if he decides to go for it. Now, if the lack of a probe pull wasn't enough of a tell though, I feel like these 2 adepts should be. I feel like more often than not in PvZ, you'll see a stalker coming out from the gateway, right? Just to try to chase away the Overlord.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Wayne knows that he has to be a little bit defensive here, at least against the gateway units. His links also dipped into the main base, so we should have seen that a pylon was missing. There is no third pylon. It has to be somewhere. So he is cranking out as many queens as possible. He's delaying his third base. Here we go already. The first queen already almost about to go down. Up, up.
Yeah, pretty good position here from NightPhoenix, keeping his Zealots in the front to harass these queens. Meanwhile, he's using the adepts just to clear out that Zerg buffer. Forced to retreat, however, but now it's time for phase 2.
Phase 2 is going to be that proxy oracle. The first one is already done. What kind of anti-air do we have? We have 1 queen in each base right now, and that is not going to be enough to stop the oracle from just focusing down drones.
Yeah. And that's exactly what NightPhoenix is doing. He is targeting down drone after drone after drone. He's being very active with his Oracle. He's not relying on A moves or auto attacks here.
Exactly. 7 drones. Oh god, going down, but we do have a flanking queen. The first Oracle does fall, but we have a second that's about to replace it.
Very well read here by Wayne to recognize that the Oracles were going to try to escape through the main base and having the queen ready to flank.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Drones are still falling left and right. 11, 12 drones are going to be going down in total. This time, NightPhoenix doesn't go any further. He doesn't go into the natural base. But this is really slowing down Wayne. And it's giving NightPhoenix the ability to come back in this game as he's going for his own follow-up.
Yeah, I was going to say, this isn't game-ending damage yet. You know, Wayne, he still has a decent worker count. He can still continue to build more drones if need be, even though it's not necessarily ideal at this point. You want to be spending your larva elsewhere, but with this Glaive follow-up, as if NightPhoenix is able to execute it even half decently, that will be the final nail in the coffin here for Wayne.
Yeah, and I think NightPhoenix, I mean, right now he checks no third base whatsoever here. Wayne is still on 2 bases. No tech, no additional gases, no lair. Lair just now starts for Wayne. Like, he doesn't really have too much tech to work with right now. He is not set up to defend against Glaive Adepts whatsoever.
He senses the opportunity in the water. He sniffed it out like the crab he is. And he's going for it. Or the crab he was. I guess he's more of a phoenix. He's either a phoenix or a cat girl now. But either way, He senses opportunity and he's pouncing on it.
Oh, you know that NightPhoenix, he's been playing. The adepts show up. Wayne, he just taps out. He doesn't even want to see his. He knows that he has no chance to defend against the Glaive Adepts.
Oh man, that's a power move. That's gotta. You gotta feel good about that if you're NightPhoenix. If you can just get the GG before even having to attack or having to do anything, you just rock up with your units, and you get the GG right there. That's we got a series on our hands, ladies and chat.
Okay. I was gonna make an analogy to Crab Champions, but Wayne, he didn't let me. He's like, I gotta get out of here. I'm done.
I haven't raved hard enough, you know.
He hasn't made, and you know that NightPhoenix has. You know that he's been playing some Crab Champions.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, he's been throwing down the nades. He's been doing parkour. I don't know the terminology yet in that game. I've just been coming up with my own. It's been flipping.
Look, all I'm saying is we need some more Crab Champion streams. Okay,
we do.
That's all I'm saying. Oh my god! But we have a series. We're tied up 1-1.
Yeah. And if this was a best of 3, this would be our ace, but it ain't. So we got a long series ahead of us. We are going to be continuing our best of 5 now on Babylon. We're over in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way. In that top left-hand corner, we have our yellow Protoss player coming out from the land of Ukraine, representing hot-headed gaming HHG. It's a little bit unknown what his species is right now, but currently he is known as NightPhoenix.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponent. We have the Red Zerg player representing Team StarCom. Oh, you know, just kind of being humbled a little bit in that last game. We'll see if he can bring it back. It is Wayne.
And NightPhoenix is looking to keep this up. Very on brand for him. And
it really is. I really like last game because it felt like game 2 between Wayne and Demaga, where Wayne tried to link foot him and got punished for it. Likewise, last game, Wayne went for the proxy hatch and also got punished for it.
People are learning respect left and right. This is the tagline, you know. Sparkling Tuna Cup. Make your kids sign up so that they learn respect.
But we'll see if NightPhoenix is able to be humbled a little bit as well, because now he has a little bit of momentum going his way. He's going for his own proxy gateway across the map. So this is a hidden 2-gate opener. With this, you can get across the map really quickly with your first 2 adepts, and if Wayne cuts Lings, which he should once he sees the opener, these first 2 adepts, they can get out of hand. They can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they can really snowball even without any glaives coming out. Just the sheer DPS that you're able to muster early on is insane. Like you said, just gets a little bit out of hand, gets a little bit of a snowball.
Yeah, so for those wondering, because we're scouting a gate expand here, like Wayne, he should only be making a handful of Lings just to deter a shade. But because now we have a second adept, I mean, we have the ability to one-shot workers as well. And here we go. The first adept is already going to be showing up as well. It is going to be trying to target out those drones. It does force a spore.
Yeah, Wayne taking this very, very seriously. He doesn't want his economy to get too badly disrupted. But it's about to.
Yeah. I think NightPhoenix went in a little bit too early here. I think maybe he should have waited for both adepts to show up initially. Now he's already shown his hand, but you know what? We are not stopping the adept production. We're gonna keep going.
He has to make this work. He's already committed this many resources into them. If he gets nothing out of it, well, it's just full-on waste. And he is getting a couple of drone kills. He's got enough adepts to one-shot him, but yeah, some really good movement from Wayne. He's going to be saving the vast majority of his workers.
There we go. Meanwhile, one adept is shaded to the main base, forces the boys to be pulled as well. 4 drones going down, some lost mine time as well. But from here, Wayne, for the most part, has defended. He has lost a lot of workers, but he's got links to make up for that. He has to be careful not to be caught out, though. Oh!
Like so. Yeah, well, when these adepts are isolated like this, it really doesn't take too many ling volleys to take them out, especially if you can get a full surround.
Yeah, there we go. As the Lings, they continue to rally across the map. Every single adept is going to be shut down in the middle of the map here. And now we have to transition out. So we're going for a Twilight Council. Not just the Twilight Council, we're also throwing down additional gateways.
Yeah, NightPhoenix, I mean, there's no way around it. He's going to have to turtle for a little while.
Really will, but it looks like his follow-up has been confirmed. We have Glaive Adepts on the way from NightPhoenix. Unfortunately, he's going to be losing one of his gateways out on the map, so this is going to really slow things down. He's only going to have 3 gates to work with. From here, he can transition into a third base, but we'll see if he goes for a third or if he throws down more gateways.
Yeah, either way, he's going to have to make that decision soon, because Wayne is already wise to this. He catches the researching Twilight Council. He hasn't quite seen the rogue facility yet, but you know, either way, he's still getting his Roach Horn back at home. He is sitting so pretty on 3 bases.
He is. Oh, I love this positioning, by the way. He sees that the Overlord has scouted the main. The Overlord is now headed towards the natural, and 2 gateways. 3 more gateways are thrown down. Oh my god. Should be a 4th.
He needs another pylon before that, but a 4th would be pretty fantastic. 6 gate Glaive Adept. This is as committed as you can really be to the Glaive build. Obviously, the Roaches are going to throw a little bit of a wrench in those plans, but if you could shade around those Roaches, you can bankrupt your Zerg opponent pretty easily.
You really can. Additional gases are revealed here to Wayne as well. That is also a bit of a tell that we have something more committed off of 2 gates. And hopefully Wayne is able to respond in time. A Dark Shrine is thrown down behind this.
Okay. I'm not sure if I like this response, but by default, because it's a Dark Shrine, I kind of like it.
You're like, I don't think I like it, but I have to like it because I got the Ravagers.
Will get caught out by the Adepts, but saved by the Shade, surprisingly. Unfortunately for NightPhoenix, he is not saved by the Shade. He shades right into a full-on Link surround and gets every single one of those Adepts, biled. This was been a pretty massive blunder here from NightPhoenix, just losing a little bit of control of the situation and of his units.
That was a disastrous start here for NightPhoenix, and that may just be it here. Like, he's having a really hard time finding momentum. He goes for a massive warp in into the main base. The Ravagers were out of position. He's coming back home, but NightPhoenix, he's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it just seems like every time he had a little bit of momentum so far this game, Wayne was there ready to put a stop to all of it. Adepts get surrounded once again, most of them unable to shade out of this. And only 3 drones will go down.
Only 3 drones. We have another warping of Adepts here, but we have spores in almost every single base as well, so the DTs are going to have a hard time finding some damage here as we do shade into the main.
And you know what? NightPhoenix, he's prioritizing taking out the Spore Crawlers. Now that there is a lair, Overseers can be morphed in, and that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for NightPhoenix, but his DTs have landed. They're going to be able to take out the third base at the very least.
Yeah, they're going for the third base. The Bile is not going to connect. We have a couple of transfuses as well. We have an Overseer on the way. The Bile takes out the Prism.
The Prism with Adepts inside of it. Oh, this would have been a decent victory here for NightPhoenix if not for the fact that he has lost that Warp Prism and those Adepts. 2 DTs will survive the recall. And immediately it's going to be turned into an Archon. It has to be turned into an Archon because he knows that Wayne is getting ready for a counterattack.
Yeah, like, both players are hurting right now. Both players, like, NightPhoenix has lost a lot in his own all-in. Wayne lost his third base and a lot of drones as well. And we can see Wayne is taking this very seriously. We have a wall of spines being set up here. I think NightPhoenix has to transition, but I don't think he wants to.
I don't think he really can. I mean, he doesn't have an economy that can support that. Now he's going for a third base, but it's going to be very, very difficult to to keep it alive. Like I said, like, you know, both of our players are hurting, but Wayne has a broken leg, NightPhoenix has a broken everything.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, we do see Wayne is doing a great job at setting up defensively as well. NightPhoenix is trying to set up that third base here. If he gets his third up and running, then NightPhoenix can definitely make a game out of this. But he can't afford to lose a second prism. You know, he has to babysit this very hard, and Wayne is doing the best he can to keep up with it and look for any kind of opportunity for a while.
And he is keeping his eyes peeled. He's making sure that he's got Ravagers at the edge of every base, getting ready to go for a bile. Meanwhile, his queens are doing pretty much the exact same thing.
Pretty much. Creep is being spread towards the halfway point across the map. And this is where I also start to worry a little bit here. Wayne, he's done droning. 56 workers is all he has to work with. He doesn't intend to take another base. He isn't taking any additional gases either. He's going to be going for his own 56 drone all in here. Roach Ravager Ling is all he has to work with. And NightPhoenix, he doesn't know right now. He doesn't know that he should be taking a defensive position. He should be throwing down shield batteries.
Yeah, instead he wants to push into Wayne. He wants to continue to be the aggressor. NightPhoenix, he loves being active on the map. He is not a very passive player, but he kind of has to be right now. Because there's no way he can defend and attack at the same time.
Exactly. He's going to be running into a wall of Roach Ravager. We do see a massive counterattack. This third base is going to be going down. NightPhoenix has to make a choice. Is he going to recall back home or commit to the push? And he's committing.
Yeah, but he's committing into a whole bunch of Spine Crawlers and Roaches and Ravagers. Force Field will buy him a little bit of time, but that's still way more DPS on the side of Wayne. This third base is gone. It couldn't even... It barely was able to start mining before it got taken out.
It really was. Meanwhile, we do have a warping into the main base. We do see the Spine Crawlers going down here. God, that Immortal is barely hanging on onto life as we speak. With barely any HP. Wayne is looking to collapse on this army. He just has so much supply.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have any difficulty defending this. Warp Prism goes down. No more reinforcements here available for NightPhoenix, nor any micro potential. GG's called, and Wayne finds himself on match point. Very, very handily.
GG, well played, Wayne. One game away from being this week's champion. Again, that game was really chaotic. It was really it was really back and forth overall. Both players were hurting, as we saw. But again, NightPhoenix in that position, like, the onus was on him to be a little bit more efficient with how he was trading, with how he was fighting.
Yeah, I wanted to believe. I really, really wanted to believe that NightPhoenix was starting to turn things around with his DTs and with that killing of the third base, but I think he just recalled a little bit too late. He lost a lot leading up to that, and then also, like you said, just killed the third, but did it pretty inefficiently, losing his Warp Prism and a couple of his DTs in the end. And that was enough for Wayne to, rebuild. That was enough for Wayne to keep NightPhoenix back on the other side of the map, rebuild, and have enough supply to attack and defend at the same time. But now... oh, no. We are coming in to Royal Blood now for what could potentially be our final map of the evening. It is right. And we're coming in over here in this top right-hand corner of the map. Spotting all the way in that top right-hand corner, we have a yellow Protoss player. He's been doing really well all the way tonight, mate. But now, stumbling a little bit. He's getting a little bit of that adversity coming in him, just like hitting him like a saltwater croc. He is coming down from the land of Ukraine. He's known by many names. He's known as the Cat Girl, the Slide Crab, representing the hotheads of the game. And yeah, that's right, we got NightPhoenix.
What have you done, Ryan? Bring him back. Bring Yaku back. Where did he go?
Yeah, no, he's coming in.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, going for a 12 full, by the way, so looking to end things with a bang. The Red Zerg representing Team Starcom, it is Wayne. Going for a hatchbox as well. Let's go, Poppy, let's go.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're back.
Suppressed him.
You okay, Poppy? You lost control for a second there.
Yeah.
Right. He came out.
He slipped on out. I don't know what to tell you. It's harder
Right.
as the bracket goes on. But yes, this is Wayne looking to end things on a little bit of a bang. Trying to end things. I mean, he's got that safety of being ahead 2-1 in this best of 5. So he knows that even if this doesn't work out, we can go to the ace match, but he wants this to work out. You can really see it in his movement.
This gateway is gonna go down, by the way. The Link's gonna float on in, and we need a secondary wall behind this. There was no forge either. The 12 full response out of NightPhoenix is not looking ideal, but so far the control with these boys to protect these zealots is not too bad.
It's not too bad, but it is a little bit inefficient. It feels like NightPhoenix has kind of the worst of both worlds right now.
Yeah, exactly. He's going for a Twilight Council. Oh, I
very
think
ballsy.
That's ambitious,
very ballsy.
Poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a kill on that proxy gate, on that proxy hatchery, but the gateway is going to be going down. We have one adept, but the Lings are not stopping, and can they get on top of the adept? Up,
They're gonna try, but all of the units barely survive. It's gonna be tough right now for NightPhoenix to get a secondary wall because the hatchery completed. There's a little bit of creep. Yeah, really good control coming out from NightPhoenix, but unfortunately it's not enough to make up for the sheer numbers of Wayne.
This is I'll be okay. Okay, to wind things back a little bit, I've never seen a one base Glaive Adept response to a 12 pool. I understand the logic here. If NightPhoenix can defend and if he can stabilize, then this Glaive Adept timing is going to be huge, and Wayne is going to have nothing to hold on, right? There's no roaches, there are barely any links. He's trying to drone up desperately. This is a really risky response, but he's kind of pulling it off. Like, he's holding.
Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, he's lost his zealots, he's lost a gateway, but like you said, survival is all that he needs right now. All he needs to do is survive, and that's what he's done. He's slowly getting his adept count up, he's slowly getting his own natural base, and Wayne has absolutely no idea what the response from NightPhoenix has been.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne, he slipped into the main base. He did see the Twilight Council, but like, what can Wayne do in this situation? Like, link speed is miles away because it was a 12 full, because gases was so delayed. He's got queens that can hold the front line, and he's got slow lings against Glaive Adepts.
And realistically, what he's doing right now is hoping that it's Blink coming out from NightPhoenix. Because that would be
he's going for a third!
A way for him to make use of all these links. He is going for a third. Very, very greedy response here from Wayne. And it's something that NightPhoenix is going to try to punish as hard as possible.
I think this is illegal. Like, I mean, imagine if... But here we go. Turrets are already getting surrounded here behind the natural base. Wayne has got 8 more lings on the way. NightPhoenix doesn't have that many adepts to work with right now just because of the opener. So even though he's got glaives, he's only got 4 adepts.
Yeah, this means that microing and controlling his adepts are that much more important right now for NightPhoenix. He needs to make sure not to lose any of them, really. But as long as he doesn't, he can snowball.
And link speed is now done. Wayne is defending. Wayne cleans everything up.
Wow. With purely lings, NightPhoenix, I really like that he was splitting up his adepts to try to maximize the drone damage potential, but because he did that, it also isolated his adepts. It gave Wayne an opportunity to just surround each of them one by one. NightPhoenix, he's recognized he cannot snowball from here. He does not have the supply to really keep this going, so now he has to, switch gears and try to figure out a plan B.
I'll be honest, I think all NightPhoenix had to do was consolidate his army, just wait for like 2 more warpins, and then just go with everything. I think he was a little bit too cavalier, a little bit too overzealous, and he was, as you said, able to give... Yeah. True. And just give Wayne the opportunity to fight his army in pieces instead of all together. And now Wayne, he's got a Baneling nest finishing up. He's got 6 Banes on the way. He has the tools to defend. All he has to do is wait for a shade and get the perfect Baneling connections. He can clean this up now.
And I thought going for the third base was the wrong response, but apparently not. Wayne, because he went for the third base, he not only has more mining, he has more larvae to work off of, he has more supply, he can get a lot more lings and a lot more banelings, but he needs to make sure that his drones don't die.
He really does. We do shade over towards that natural base as well. We are running out of adepts here, but we're trading so efficiently against these things. Even though Wayne is going to clean this up again, got another wave, but only 5 adepts here for NightPhoenix.
Yeah, Wayne surprisingly has the larger Harvey supply at this point. I think Wayne is getting a little bit, Wayne was getting a little bit too over-eager though, jumping on top of those adepts, and like you said, because it wasn't as efficient, because you can't really trade as efficiently as you like to in this scenario, NightPhoenix eventually was able to overcome.
GG. Wayne almost brought it back. That was really impressive play out of Wayne. Again, a little bit over-eager by NightPhoenix, but the power of the Glaive Adepts was still a little bit too powerful there. And a pure Ling Bane, it's difficult to trade efficiently against that kind of army.
Yeah, and that means we're gonna get our ace match, and oh boy, this is gonna be one hell of an ace match, because we are now gonna be loading into Neo-Humanity.
Ooh, let's go, Poppy. Let's go. This is where it all ends. So it looks like the vetoes were altitude. It was altitude and ancient cistern, right? The two.
Yep. Wait. I think we had ancient cistern at the start.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Unless it was Gressvan.
So,
wait. Yeah, it's either the ancient cistern or Gressvan, I think.
Oh, there we go. I think we vetoed Gressvan. I think you're right. Regardless, we get to end it all here on the smallest map in the map pool.
The smallest map with the quickest rush distance. We are now here, coming to you, over now on Neo-Humanity. Yes, right. We're coming over here to the bottom, right hand corner of the map, spotting all the way to the bottom right hand corner. That's the right way. That's where you want to be, because bottom right, that's Sydney. It's where I'm from. Anyway, we have a yellow Protoss player, yellow like the gold and the green that comes down on the fields. He's gonna be representing hot-headed gaming HHG, coming out from the land of Ukraine. Yeah, that's right. We have not a crab on the Barbie, not a kid on the girl. We have NightPhoenix.
When spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neo-Humanity, going for a pool gas opener here, we have the red Zerg player representing Team StarCom. It is Wayne.
I managed to work something out with Ryan.
Yeah. What'd you figure out? Ryan? Yeah? What about him?
I figure I let him leak out a little bit, you know? Every now and then. At the full moon.
It keeps him like satiated and passive for the rest of the week, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's
then I don't
you gotta let him,
you know?
You gotta
like
let the dog run free every now and then. Yeah.
So like, yeah, caught in with the rear naked chill me. Yeah.
like legend Steve.
Oh wait, Steve. He was a legend over in Bondi. 5 more meters out in Bit Reef.
Oh my god. Speaking of being a legend though, Wayne himself with that early gas, we see it being used to quite effect. We have Link Speed on the way, we have a Roach Warren as well. We are going all in here. Very aggressive on Neo-Humanity. NightPhoenix did not. Oh no, sorry, he did scout. He knows. I mean, he sees the gas timing. He hasn't seen the Roach Warren.
Yeah, so this could really be anything right now as far as NightPhoenix is concerned. It could be Ling Speed into Banelings, it could be Roaches, it could be anything. He is looking to reciprocate by getting a proxy Stargate, but if it's Oracles, then I think he just dies.
This is like Nina vibes. I don't know if you remember, we used to cast, I don't know if it was me and you actually, to be fair, but Nina's response to a lot of aggression would be to just counterattack with oracles in the midst of the all-in. And she would just force her opponent even more all-in here because there's no queens. There's one queen back at home. We're going to cripple the economy with this oracle, and we're just going to force Wayne's hand.
Nina versus Chan? I think it's coming back to me.
Maybe.
NightPhoenix now scouts the roaches that are coming his way, and he has built a Void Ray instead of oracles. This is the correct response. That is the unit that you want, not only to defend against Zerg, but especially to defend against roaches.
Here we go. The roaches are across the map, but Warp Gate is only halfway done. We delayed Warp Gate in favor of the Stargate. The Void Ray also has to run all the way back home as well, and before that happens, we're going to be losing a lot. NightPhoenix is getting ready to lose his natural. Yeah,
the correct response here from NightPhoenix. Give up the match, give up the natural, get that refund, and just defend on high ground. Get as many forces that you can muster. I think he instantly recalled, actually, that Void Ray. And it is only one, but it is going to be the backbone of his defense right now. He needs to make sure that the Biles don't land, that the roaches get taken out first and foremost.
Yeah, there we go. The roaches have been taken out one after the other. We have the Ravager going down as well, and NightPhoenix is held, and Wayne back at home is droning.
Yeah, things are slowing down. I love the SimCity here.
Yeah.
With this pylon, just reducing as much surface area as possible.
This is beautiful. This is actually beautiful. Like how little surface area there is in that pylon. 2 Void Rays do have map control. And we can start snowballing a little bit here. We can pick off Overlords. We can pick off Queens if they're left exposed. Like, these Void Rays have a lot of counterattack potential.
Yeah. Nightmare dipping in, trying to see what he can get away with. And then he could even start Oracle production from here if he wants to go after a couple of drones. But like you said, Overlords and Queens. That's the name of the game right now for NightPhoenix.
And there we go. Wayne is being supply blocked as an Overlord does go down. We have a third of Void Ray on the way. Lynx are going for a counterattack, but the wall is a wall back home. We have an adept behind it as well, so NightPhoenix is perfectly safe and sound back at home.
Yeah, he even has a probe ready, just in case he needs a secondary wall. That's a lot of Lynx coming down, but the secondary wall has been thrown.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the Spore in the main base goes down, all but for the cost of potentially a Void Ray as it barely escapes.
He's going to have to be so careful with this Void Ray going forward. NightPhoenix has not stopped Void Ray production, by the way. He just is pumping them out one after another. He knows that if he gets a critical mass, he can start to overpower Queens and start to overpower Spores. But that's also dependent on Wayne not making more Queens, which he is right now. He is making more Queens. I love this move from NightPhoenix.
Yeah, I love it. We do have more Queens. Wayne is staying on 2 bases. He's going 2 base lair. He's taking every single gas as we speak. Meanwhile, +1 air attack is on the way. NightPhoenix is going to be committing into that Sky Toss, is going to be making Wayne's life a living hell when it comes to trying to take a 3rd base. It's going to be so difficult here. He can't even touch this proxy. Every single time he tries to go in, it's just so difficult to deny it.
What year is it right now, Light?
Proxy Void Ray, true.
Good old 2020.
Start of the pandemic meta. Let's go. So yeah, from here we see Wayne trying to expand, but it's gonna be a tough ask trying to push off of creep with his Queens already. The Void Rays are here to stop him.
Yeah, maybe not the best place to fight right now for NightPhoenix. You know, as long as the Queens are on creep, they can transfuse.
They really can. Meanwhile, Adepts are shading into the natural base, picking up a couple of workers, a couple of Lynx as well. They do scout the Hydra, then Wayne going 2-base Hydra.
Definitely an expensive unit composition, but one that I think he really needs right now. If he tries to go for Aspiring Corruptors, these Void Rays are just gonna Prismatic Alignment them down. If he tries to go for any other form of anti-air, I don't think it's gonna work out too well for him.
Yeah, but this was scouted. Those Adepts from NightPhoenix, they saw the Hydrogen. We have Glaives on the way. He's going Void Ray with Glaive Adepts.
This is, yeah. some interesting vibes, almost similar to Phoenix Adept. That was a kill and not a cancel on that third base. Things are looking from bad to worse right now for Wayne, but hope is not... But he hasn't lost all hope yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's setting up a creep highway. A creep highway is being set up to go across the map. He's going to be pushing out with Lings, with Queens, with Spores, and with Hydras. But he just can't get a third base up and running. He can't really do much of anything here as he's going to get us around. It looks like these Adepts will fall. Yeah,
finally, he's going to be able to clear up this, the Stargate.
Stargate's going to go down. We have a third base on the way. Wayne, you know, he's finally kind of settling into things. He's getting into his own game as we speak. And NightPhoenix getting supply blocked a little bit. But again, this Glaive Adept is going to hit so hard. We need Banelings for Wayne. We need something a little bit more secure to deal with these Adepts.
Yeah, just looking at the unit compositions right now and looking at the army supplies, I feel like if NightPhoenix hits with everything that he's got, there's no way that Wayne can defend, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be possible, but we'll see, because the Queens can play their own parts. We have a lot of Hydras as well. That is quite a lot of DPS available for Wayne. Mainly going Queen Hydra. Honestly, not too many Lings. We have 16 Lings on the map, but they are quite spread out. They're not back at home to defend. So this is going to be an interesting interaction. I do think that Charge maybe would have been a little bit better here. It is on the way as a follow-up. It looks like NightPhoenix was intending to go for those Adepts, but is maybe thinking better of it. That's a lot of Adepts, though.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of hard to decide what you want in this situation. The Adepts with Glaze just hit like a truck against the light units of Zerglings and Hydras, but Zealots, of course, with Charge will have a lot more defense and a lot more longevity.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Glaive Adept push is going to get scouted. At the same time, the Void Rays, they're going to kill the Hydra Den, and they cancel range.
That's a super important scout pick-off right now. I'm actually kind of surprised that Wayne went for muscular augments before group spines. He will be able to flank the Void Rays, however, and every single one of them is going to go down. NightPhoenix, on the other hand, he's done with the Void Race. He knows that the time has come, and he is hitting with every single one of his Adepts. So this is a very precarious position. Wayne's getting a full surround on these Adepts.
That was not the shade we wanted. He got a lot of damage at the third base, and he thought he had momentum going his way, but there were Lings to defend. There were Queens to soak up damage. NightPhoenix just threw away his entire army on top of losing all of his Void Rays.
Yeah. He lost not just one, but two entire armies over there. It's pretty much what happened. The Bloodlust took over him, and even with this cheeky move, the Debris, we're still onto Neo-Humanity. It still takes barely any time to go for a counterattack like this.
Exactly, we get a full surround. GG, congratulations, Wayne! With the 2-base Ling Hydra, takes game number 5, takes the series, and he's our Sparkling Tuna Cup champion.
Oh boy, that series went way closer than I was expecting, than I think anyone was expecting, really. That was an insane way to end things off as well.
GG. NightPhoenix, I do appreciate his unit composition. I think there was a lot of potential there, but we saw Wayne setting up the surround, the trap with his Hydras to just surround and encapsulate all those Void Rays. And that shade from NightPhoenix was not ideal whatsoever. He trapped himself in with the army of Wayne, maybe hoping he was out of position, maybe hoping he would be able to catch maybe some Hydras off guard. That's exactly what Wayne wanted.
Yeah, I was wondering why Wayne went for speed before range with his Hydras, but I guess that kind of answers my question. It allows him to move his Hydras back and forth into position a little bit quicker, and allows him to deal with the ground army a little bit better. I mean, like you said, it was a bit of a messy opening, you know, from both of our players. NightPhoenix defended, but he still lost a little bit of momentum, but after that, it did feel like everything was going his way. It did feel like he was producing Void Rays and he was sniping Queens. He was building an army that could deal very, very well. against the unit composition that he scouted Wayne was going for. He scouted that Wayne was going for. Unfortunately, the bloodlust just took over him, man. He just he was able to kill that third base, and that should have been enough to put him ahead. I'm actually just looking at the graph right now. Apparently, NightPhoenix only made 38 workers throughout that entire game, so I guess that was a factor as well. But of course, killing that third base should have been enough to give him momentum to go ahead. He just misread the situation a little bit and thought that he could keep that push going when obviously couldn't. Regardless, I want to praise obviously both of our players. I want to congratulate Wayne a lot for redeeming himself from the last Sparkling Tuna Cup and winning this whole thing outright, but I also want to praise NightPhoenix quite a bit because he has improved way more than the last time we were able to cast him.
Yeah, NightPhoenix, he has been improving quite a lot. I think I'm surprised that he made a series out of this as close as it was. I think coming into it, Wayne was the favorite, but for NightPhoenix to force the ace match and to almost win as well, like if you're looking at the graphs, you can see the army graph as well. You know, they were very comparable. And if the armies are the same size, then typically the Protoss player has the advantage there. It just came down to the engagements that did go Wayne's way. So yeah, very impressive play from NightPhoenix. It's great to see him improving over time, improving over the years. And yeah, it's great to see them both having these very deep runs in Sparkling Tuna Cup. I expect this won't be the last we see of them, but congratulations to Wayne for being this week's champion. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. I believe, was this his second or third? I would be very surprised if this was his first.
I believe it's his first.
There we go.
Yeah, Wayne, he wasn't very active in like our initial iteration of Sparkling Tuna Cup last year, you know, our first like run of it. But Wayne has been more active this year, and yeah, we've had only 2 Tuna Cups in 2023, but a very impressive result nonetheless from Wayne. This is also another thing that I wanted to bring up earlier, is that this is the first Tuna Cup, I think, with no Koreans. None of the Koreans signed up today.
I mean, we have Universe, kind of.
None
of the GSL Koreans, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Nightmare was missing, Quanta, Mondo, Hon Mono as well, Curry, all of the typical kind of Koreans that we expect to see here in this kind of weekly format. Weren't here this time. Maybe again focusing on GSL, as you mentioned, focusing on other events instead.
It's live right now, so
yeah, it's true. No wrong, Papi. You know. Yeah.
Which is why we appreciate you, chat, for deciding to come and watch some great StarCraft coming down.
There you go, GG, well played! Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat if you want to support this individual tournament, as Kuro is posting there in the chat. But if you want to support the Sparkling Tuna Cup alongside all the other events that we do host, exclamation mark Patreon if you're interested. You also get the replay packs of our events as well, so if you want to learn how to play like any of these players, if you want to improve your skill or even cast a little bit yourself, the replays is something we do provide.
Yeah. Get it all set up. Whether it's through Patreon or whether it's through a sub to the CranKy Ducklings channel, every single bit of contribution here goes directly into our events. We want to have these as often as we can, and you know, make them as good as we can.
There you go. That is what we strive to do here. So I hope everyone in the chat enjoyed themselves. I hope everyone had a great time here in this tournament. It's a bit of a shorter one, you know, only 3 hours. Typically we go 3 to 4, so on the shorter end of things, but very high quality match.
Very short victories, yeah. Those very quick W's.
True. And yeah, again, thank you so much, Yaku, for you know, hosting the stream today, for streaming on your end and solo casting the beginning. It's been a while since you've had that responsibility, but thank you, Yaku. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been a while, and now I remember why I lost it. That responsibility.
It's okay, Pop. It's okay. Yeah, in these dark times where I still don't have internet. Yeah. It's not smooch, Pop.
And you're forced to actually, go outside.
Yeah, I'm not. Mate, I've been cleaning so much at home. I've
That's
been
how you say
vacuuming
sane.
the windows. I've been cleaning.
You've been dusting the sink.
Yeah, exactly. I'm running out of things to clean. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god. But yeah. Hopefully I can go back to casting soon. For those wondering, I don't really know what the issue is. They've been very vague. Like the ISP has been very vague. But there are like a team of like workers down the streets. That have been drilling into the ground. So it looks like maybe like a cable like got cut or something, and it has to be replaced, or something serious happened for the whole area to be without internet. But that is the life we live in.
The entire city, yeah.
The entire country, mate. That's where we're going. We're in the dark, Poppy. It's over.
You thought Australia was isolated before. You don't even know.
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be back to normal soon, TM. Soon.
Mm-hmm. We'll be back to our regular programming, or not so regular programming, if the rumors are true, Light.
Oh.
The rumors that you
What are the rumors?
The rumors that you were saying about replay casts.
Yeah. So I do have. So for those wondering, because my internet has been cut since Monday night, we missed a lot. We missed out on ESL Open Cup Americas. We missed out on Kung Fu Cup as well, and we may miss out on ESL Open Cup Asia over the weekend as well. So if that's the case, I've got replays. I'm willing to replay cast all of that stuff next week. We'll just You're not stopping me. I'm casting it all, Bathi. I'm casting it all.
You need the withdrawals. That's the only reason you're here today, isn't it? You're getting withdrawals.
I was. I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm an animal.
Oh, you are an animal. Touching grass.
There you go, mate. There you go. So, yeah, we do plan on providing some replay casts to make up for everything that we did miss out on. The other big thing that we may do in the future as well is that GSL did announce that they are providing replay packs to the public. And a couple of the community casters have already taken it upon themselves to cast GSL themselves via replays. I think yesterday Biomorph was casting GSL, and I think Steadfast has plans to do it as well. So we may jump on that too. Once we do get those replays, just to supplement our casting and to make up for a couple of days that we missed. We're going to be casting every day.
Every day. Well, yeah, that's pretty normal. I would be
True.
worried if we had a day where we had no cast.
Yeah, we'll have at least 2 casts a day. That's what I should say. Every day.
Every day.
Sometimes 3.
Oh. That's what you gotta do.
So yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, next week we're going to be going back into Overdrive. But before next week, our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow in less than 24 hours. And actually, I believe it's 23 hours.
Around there,
yeah. 23 hours from now, myself and Asher, we're going to be back with World Team League.
Yeah. It's going to come down. And of course, if you would like to watch that, of course, stay tuned on this channel. But if you would like to have a little bit of fun, and if you would like to join the prediction game, !Discord in the chat, go into a thread in the tournament spoilers channel. Kuro has instructions on what you have to do and how you have to format things to take part in this prediction game to see who, in fact, is the best predictor. Best predictor of everyone else, who has the highest correct. I almost said correction rate, but no, that's not the word. Highest rate of correct predictions.
Exactly.
Already we can see some spice flowing.
It's you, Yaku. You're crazy. Your predictions are insane, mate. You're insane, mate. We didn't get to speak about it, but mate, your Abydos versus Dragon Kaizi gaming is crazy.
I'm manifesting.
You're predicting an all kill. Like no one is gonna take a map off of Abydos. You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
Yeah. I have seen the visions. I have heard the voices. The
You're like,
voices
look.
go, yes, right.
The voices, they're coming from down under, mate. They're rising up from across the street from where Ryan is living. Oh my god.
He is the source of the noise complaint.
He is.
My blog.
Yeah, so if you're in the chat, if you want to take part in the prediction game, join our Discord server. If you want to tune into our next broadcast, that is going to be tomorrow for World Team League. And if you want to support the CranKy Ducklings, follow us all over the place. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. We upload on a daily basis to YouTube, and we also have that Discord server to interact with us outside of just these broadcasts. Again, thank you so much, Yaku, for doing so much today. Thank you.
Feels
less than 3
good. Or feels
Mate, I was trying to figure out your background this entire time.
Oh yeah.
Those are tunas.
Yeah,
they're
and they're sparkling.
They're Sure. Where are the headsets?
They use speakers.
Oh,
Yes, Lord.
There you go.
But I'm pretty sure pretty soon they're gonna get a noise complaint, so headsets will be invested in soon.
Yeah. Next time we'll have some headsets. Let's go. Beautiful. Yaku.
Yes.
We're talking about crab champions.
Yes.
Are we going to be seeing some crab streams in the future?
Probably. I do want to do a couple of crab streams next week. I have an idea of what that's gonna be, and so if I do end up streaming, twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1 is where that will be. Most likely gonna be crab champions. I might do the dinosaur game that Light told me I'd be bad at. But
did I say that?
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, I stand by it.
And, and I kept that with me. It's a core memory throughout the entire time. But
have you already played it?
I haven't. I was thinking of getting DLC, but then I fell asleep and I missed the sale. So
you're gonna get
it's just gonna be vanilla. It's just gonna be the vanilla dinosaur game, and I'll of course announce it when I go live over at Twitter.com at Yakuzaku. I haven't forked over to $8, so I have to announce to people where I'm at to get them to find me. Yeah, that'll be when I announce when I go live, and potentially other projects as well. Other than that, !Discord. As we were saying earlier, I'm there, Light is there, Kuro's there, everyone's there, Poppy. That includes you when you join. What about you, Light? Where can we find you other than out in the streets, going mad, just walking up to people like, excuse me, do you have any spare hotspot that I can use?
I'm gonna go down to Macca's and use the free Wi-Fi, mate. Let's go.
I had a cast from the Macca's bathroom.
Gonna cast from Macca's. Like, gonna hear me from the bathroom. Is he okay in there? We gotta check, and the door's gonna be locked, man. I'm gonna lock him out. There's no way in.
Get a broom.
They're not taking the free Wi-Fi away from me, man. It's not happening.
Like, sir,
if you have to order something.
Yeah, like,
I got a free water.
Give me one pack of nuggets.
Give me an Oreo.
One Oreo McFlurry.
Give me an Oreo
put it
McFlurry,
mate. Like, sir, you're scaring the... If you're gonna stay here, you need to keep quiet.
Oh my god. If you want to tune into some live VIP streams, you're not gonna see them for another week. Feels bad, man. But !Light in the chat for some links to my stuff. We'll be coming back next week, hopefully Monday. Fingers crossed. Actually, scratch that. I'm probably not going to be streaming too much next week, just because I do want to catch up on all the casts we've been missing. So just tune into the CranKy Ducklings. I'm going to be here as much as I can.
Yeah. So remember to follow, everybody. Hit that follow button. Turn on that bell. And then you'll have it on your phone. When we go live, your phone will go, "Hey!" And that's how you'll know.
That's how you'll know me.
That's how you'll know. Yes.
Yaku, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night?
Yeah, alright, man. Yeah, nah, yeah. Yeah,
Thanks
nah.
for that, Ryan. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Mate. And what's
Thanks for
that?
watching, everyone. We'll see you guys
We'll
tomorrow
see
for
you.
World Team League.
Bye.
Bye.
I forgot I actually have to click now, so it's not just...
Switch the scenes and mute me.